Righto, so we're going to do the Railway Tunnel walk in the National Park here in Mooloolah. So it's the Dularcha Tunnel Railway walk. So I do believe it's a 3-kilometre walk from here, Mooloolah, through to Landsborough. So here we go. So this is for the horses. So you've got the little horsey thing, or you can take a gate. It is also to stop people coming through with motorbikes and stuff, but they still come through. So we've had lots of rain, so it's very slippery and very muddy. So I do have footage from one of the floods that we had. So during the floods, this was you could not pass this. It was running really fast. So yeah, if I find the footage, I'll slip that in as well so you can see. It's hard to believe that this was a raging river during the floods. So we are heading off to the tunnel track. The railway, so, I don't know, 100 odd years ago, the railway line used to run through here. They've now moved it to further this way. But anyway, this is such a beautiful walk. I'm not going to film 3Ks of walking. And let's see how puffed out I end up. So yes, I forgot to look at the time. So it's 3:05. Let's see what time it ends up when we get to Landsborough. So a lot of horses come through here, lots of walkers come through here. It's a great little track just out here in the back of Mooloolah Valley. As you can hear, I am already breathless and we've barely walked. So even though we live local, it's been about 2.5 years since I've done this walk. For those of you that know why, I did have open heart surgery 2 years ago and really haven't done any long walks since then. So yes, it gets quite muddy, look. Let's not jump in any muddy puddles. And let's hope it don't rain, because I have come without an umbrella. So I wouldn't say that this track is wheelchair accessible, as it is quite rocky and muddy in places. You could try and get a pram through here. I'm not 100% sure how that would go. A lot of people do come through here on bikes, but like I said, it is quite rocky and quite muddy. Very beautiful trees though, check out the trees. So like I said, it's about a 3k walk to Landsborough. Now if you didn't want to turn around and walk all the way back, you can catch a train from Landsborough back to Mooloolah and pick up your car. In Landsborough there is some cafes and a great pub if you needed to grab a bite to eat. Righto, we should be coming up to the train tunnel shortly, which is a great lot of fun because it's now home to bats, and I'm walking alone, all alone, and things I don't like are bats and tunnels. Righto, so here, you get to here, you can walk up this very steep hill. Trust me, it's steep when you go around the bend and slippery, and that's another track you can take, which I am not doing on my own. Righto, where is this tunnel? I can smell the tunnel. There she is. Oh my goodness, am I really doing this on my own? What was I thinking? It's dark and there's bats. Rumour is it's also haunted. Lord help me. Righto. This may be the last time you see me alive. Oh look, they've put rocks down here. This was exceptionally muddy before. Okay, see? Mud. Righto. I hear people. Woohoo! Righto. Let's walk towards the people. Let's cross the mud. Ugh. Oh my god. This is not the best move I've had today. Oh dear. Hang on. Oh god. Righto. I can hear people. Right. Here we are. Going into the old railway tunnel. Oh, I see it's been graffitied. Lovely. Oh, steamy. Oh, it smells so bad. Righto. Oh, mud. Righto. How unfortunate someone's actually graffitied it. Right, can I do this without phone light? It may actually be children down here. So Lord hope they don't get attacked. It's very echoey, so you cannot see. Right. Hang on. My phone can see. Let me do... Woo, that's me. Okay, let's do a wee video. Okay. Wee video. Okay. If you hear a crash, it's going to be me going hands up. So I cannot see any bats or hear any bats. So that's probably a good thing. But I can hear children. Oh, it's the horses. Okay, they're waiting for me. I am. No worries, thank you. Trying not to trip. It is the horsies. We have to give way to the horses because they get frightened, so we can't walk with them. Aren't they beautiful? So unfortunately there's a lot of graffiti in the tunnel. Let me just turn off for a sec. So we are out of the tunnel. Unfortunately the tunnel has been really badly graffitied. I'm not sure if you can see the horses going. So yes, this tunnel never used to be graffitied. Anyway, here we are on the other side of the tunnel. So that took about 15 minutes from the start through to the other side of the tunnel. Yeah, no bats. Weird. But horses. So the thing the locals know around here is that if you see horses coming with riders, just pull along to the side just to make sure that the horses are comfortable to go past you. And here is where that bypass is. So if you didn't want to go through the tunnel, you can go over the tunnel. But it's really slippery and steep and rocky, and I don't want to do that alone because I'm already having heart issues, so going uphill is not my thing at the moment, and I really don't want to slide down and land on my bottom. Right, how beautiful is this? Oh look, anyone needs stuff for their garden? You could follow the trail, they say. Right, I have no idea how far I've walked. There are a few birdies out. So far, no rain. I do like the bird song. So apart from rocks and mud, you've also got to dodge the horse poop. What an adventure. How beautiful is this? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So this is dry rainforest because it is too warm on the Sunshine Coast for your traditional rainforest. So we don't have the wet and humid conditions like up north. But having said that, all it ever feels like it does down here is rain. Right. The birds. I just keep stopping to listen to the birds. Cool, eh? Love the birds. Shame we can't hear the whoop whoop bird today. The whoop whoop bird is my favourite bird. I have not heard it at all since I've left, so maybe it's the wrong time of year for them. So this track is surrounded by trees at the moment. Uh-oh, I spilled the ground. not the ground, the sky leaking. At some point along this track, from memory, you start to see where the railway line is now. But we'll just keep walking, hoping that I'm not going to get rained on. This could be fun. Right. Aha, there you go. There's the train line. Can you see it? So that's the current train line. I don't know if you can see it very well. And this is what the train track used to be about 100 years ago. So this was the train track through to Mooloolah. Let me see. I'll take a better photo with my phone so you can see the track. There is a hill. Okay, these things, I nearly went bottoms up on these rocks. This could be fun. Anyway, there's a wee hill. This could be funny. Considering I really can't do things that go upwards. So, will I survive? Righto. Whoop. These rocks are trying to kill me. Rightio. It's not a very big hill, but it's still a hill. Ooh, mud. Rightio. Here goes, people. Tad slippery. Righto. Seem to have made it. Ooh, made the hill. And there's the train track. Cool if a train went past. Who knows, they could be on strike. See, puffed out now. See, hill tried to kill me. It was only a little hill. Anyway, I'm above the hill. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, the other way. Right. Cool, eh? Wow. Oh, look. Suppose you couldn't eat that, eh? I wonder if in a few weeks' time all the flowers will be out when spring is here. There are a few little flowers. See? Little yellow ones. Can't tell you what they are, but cute. Righto, there's your train track. So they didn't move it very far. No idea why they moved it from here to there. No idea. Maybe I'll have to find out from my mate Google. Ooh, train! There is a train. Need a flat section. Faster. Ooh, man. Here she comes. Well, that was cool. All the way to Roma Street. Righto. Now we're going downhill. This is interesting. Right. Fun fact. Shoelace. Curse of the shoelace. These shoes I'm forever, always tying up the bloody shoelaces. All through Europe, every 5 metres, tying up a shoelace. I suppose I need to stop and tie up a shoelace. So there are many tracks out here. One of them is the Roses Circuit track. It is quite a long track. I have done it before. So here's a wee little map. Doesn't actually say how long it is. Interesting. So we're here. And we started from here. We've just got to go here. So, cool, we're over halfway. Awesome. So it's 3:36. So it's pretty much taken us half an hour-ish to get here so far. Well, let's keep going. Hoping I can get to Landsborough before it rains. The train beat me by the looks of things. See, tunnel track. Train track. This is the tunnel track. Man, I am no good at directions. Righto. Well, I am struggling a wee bit. I have slowed down, but enjoying the scenery. I think we're nearly there. Just enjoying listening to the birds, checking out the scenery. But yes, I am tiring, and I'm starting to think I should have brought a bottle of water. Anyway, here we go. It's a very quiet trail today, just the 2 horse riders and 1 guy on a foot. It can get quite busy, but maybe because it's winter and the sun's not shining. Righty-ho. Feeling a wee bit tired. And there's another slight gradient. Mini hill. This could be fun. This little section might be a tad slippery. Righty-go. Here we go. Slight little gradient. It is very pretty out here. Look at all the little paper barks. I haven't seen any kangaroos today. Or snakes for that matter, probably too cold for snakes. Seen a few birds. Right. Ooh. Somebody's been munching those leaves. Anyway, let's keep walking. Wee bit high, but hey, oh dear, she's going up. just keep walking. How beautiful is this? I'm not sure if that's birds or frogs. Right, I made this mistake last time. Do I go right or straight ahead? One leads me to a longer a longer track. One leads me to the way out. Now, fun fact, I don't remember which, and I have no Google service. No Google map. So I'm going to say let's stick with the train line and see what happens. I feel like that is going to lead me into the bush. So let's go train line. I'm going on memory here, people. I do believe. About to find out if I've made a mistake. Okay. Yes or no? What have I done? Could just always turn around and walk back home. Interesting. No, I think this is someone's property. Yep. Okie dokie. Lord. Okay. Maybe because the sign said people and horses, I should have followed the sign. So the sign says this way, horses and people. So maybe I should have followed the sign. Let's go. So the Dularcha Railway Tunnel was constructed in 1890 to 1891 as part of Queensland's original narrow gauge North Coast railway line connecting Brisbane with Gympie. So building the railway through steep country between Landsborough and Mooloolah required major bridges and 2 tunnels. The Dularcha Tunnel was cut through a sandstone ridge and lined with concrete, an impressive achievement for that time. When the Brisbane Gympie connection opened in 1891, approximately 170 kilometre journey took around 12 hours. Wow, that's insane. The line carried passengers, freight and even troops travelling during the 1891 shearers' strike. The surrounding forest that we're in, the national park, was protected as a national park as early as 1920s, partly so railway passengers could enjoy attractive bushland views from the train. In 1932, the train stopped using the tunnel after the railway line was realigned onto a flatter route, which is the modern-day track that I showed you, further east. The rails were removed and the abandoned formation eventually became today's walking and cycling track. And that is all I have for you in the history of the tunnel. Thanks, guys. Here we are at the end. It does say no dogs, but a lot of people do take their dogs through here. Here we are in Landsborough. Now it's just a short we walk into town. So here's a car park. So the Landsborough section. Right, lots of people get lost getting out of here. Now, let me just get my bearings. I can see why they get lost, because even I can't tell you where town is from here. Hang on a sec. Might need Google Map, hang on. Right, to get into town, you're going to want to go down Cunningham Ave. Now, the sign is pointing that way, so is Beach Road. But I do believe I just need to go forward. Wish me luck. So thanks guys for joining me on my wee 3-kilometre walk from Mooloolah to Landsborough via the Dularcha Tunnel. So the time is 3:57, so that took about 55 minutes, maybe quicker for some, because I did walk a bit slow, and there was a few stop-start moments. But anyway, thanks guys, and let's see what next week's adventure is, and thank God I didn't get lost.